Alright, so for the purposes of learning the software, we are going to make a 2D platforming video game. Now, to set up part 1 of section A, you need to know how large your level is going to be. So if you go to the properties while you have nothing clicked, or you can click level 1 here, you're going to see in the top left, you have the name of it, you have the event sheet that it's tied to, the layer that it's on. Really, the most important thing is your layout size and the margins. Actually, unbounded scrolling would allow you to go, it would be like if my hand continued to the other side of my webcam. That's unbounded scrolling. So what we're going to do, we're going to change our layout size. We want it to be, let's make it 1800, and that's in the X direction, so left and right, by, let's see, 720. So you can look at the resolution of whatever device you're trying to make this for and make a layout size for that, but that's what we're going to start with. Okay, so we've now set up our level, and we can see the whole thing here. Now what we're going to do is start adding stuff. So to do that, you can double-click into the view space, and it's going to give you a new object. So this is going to give you a bunch of pre-made objects that you can use for your game, and we are going to start with a sprite. Now, sprites are, let's see, an animated object that is a building block of most projects. We'll give it a name. We'll call it floor. Cannot be used. Floor A. You can use that one. Okay, so now that I've said that I want to create this floor, I'm going to click, and now it goes into the image edit options. You can import pictures of things to make the animations or to make the shape. But for right now, what we're going to do is just make a simple, let's see, you should have that. Should have animations. Okay, we're going to just make a simple floor. So I'm going to make it brown. Okay, I'm going to make a brown box. And now if you want to make it fancy, I'm going to do that right now. So with my drawing tools, I made this ground. I'm going to zoom in on it. I'm going to scroll to the right. And now using the select tool, I'm going to just select some of it, delete. Okay, because I want it to be just a solid block. I don't want extra edges. And now that I've deleted that extra bit, I click the crop tool, and that's going to make it just the size of my object. Once I'm done, I just X out, and here you'll see that I have it in the view. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy and paste this a few times. You can also stretch your floor, but then it's going to stretch the appearance of your floor. So just keep that in mind if you have a texture or something. Now that we've done that, I'm going to also have you insert a sprite, and you're going to name that sprite character in a second. I'm going to make one real quick. So I drew my character. He's looking beautiful, and I've cropped it down so it fits. I'm going to just X out now, and if we press play, it's going to open in our Chrome browser, and here's my game. It's terrible, because we now have to add behaviors to the characters in the floor. So we'll start with our character. When we click our character, you're going to, the objects, that's all the objects that you have in the scene, so just so you know, that's where they go. So I click my character. And now you'll notice that the properties change. It's added instance variables, behaviors, effects, containers, properties, all these things. We are going to add a behavior. When you click behavior, you get this pop-up box, you press plus, and now these are different behaviors that you can assign to characters. If you were to draw a projectile that somebody shoots, you would use the bullet, which lets it continuously move in a direction. But for right now, we're just playing with platform. What's really nice about this software is that it gives you some pre-made things. So here's my game. It's still terrible. Why is my character falling down? Oh, because we didn't add a floor behavior. So now we look at our floors, and we are going to assign a behavior. Now, we can assign solid. We could also assign jump through, and that would be like Mario where you can jump through underneath. Let's use the solid. So now when I go to run my game, I can control with up, down, left, right, and the floor doesn't do nothing. Cool. So what I would say at this point, you are going to design a 2D level, and you can play around with drawing your character, make them look a little nicer, and then we will continue with our next video.